Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
March is quite literally going to be a life-changing month, so let's get into some planning and organization. So as usual, I'm going to start off with some planning, and I'm going to start by plugging in some of the main dates into my diary. We're using pink colors this time because that is the March theme. I've got some birthdays in March, and my main event is clearly my wedding and also our trip to New Zealand. So I will definitely be popping that in there first. Okay, now that that's done, I want to talk a little bit about habits. I've been going great with my habit tracker in February. So almost every day I'm reading, I'm almost exercising every single day as well. There's maybe like 1 or 2 days a week where I'm not doing some form of exercise, so I'm really happy about that. I've also been really good on my no spend. So looking at the last couple of weeks, there's maybe been 1 or 2 days a week where I am spending money, and obviously every Sunday I'm going out, I'm getting petrol and doing the grocery shopping, so clearly that needs to be a spend day. But in terms of savings, I've been going a lot better in February than what I did in January. I know that in my January reset video I did say that I saved no money, but coming in just after the time that I recorded that video, I sold my old car. So I was able to put the money that I got from selling the car into savings, and I was able to tuck away a little bit there. And then so far in February, I was able to save $1,700. I will get paid one more time, but it's right on the 1st of March. So I can't really say that that's going to be a Feb savings, because that will come into my March savings. So if it had been a day earlier, I would have been able to count whatever I had tucked away from that final pay as part of my February savings. But I'm really happy with what I've done so far. Next, I'm going to use my little YouTube journal here, and I'm going to start planning out my March lineup for videos. So obviously we're getting married, we're going away to New Zealand on a cruise, and that's towards the end of the month. And during like those 2 weeks, I won't really be able to upload videos. I will be filming, but I won't be able to upload them. So I need to have a bit of a backstock ready to go. So the start of March is kind of going to be quite busy in terms of batch filming to get all those ready and scheduled out for when we have our wedding and go on our cruise. So if you guys do have any particular video suggestions that you'd like to see for the end of March or even the start of April before I get into the wedding and travel content, make sure that you list those in the comments below. So here is my March vision board / desktop background. instead of having autumn vibes, which is what I would have here, because I normally have summer vibes and now we've moved into a new season, I changed it to married vibes. And I've got some things that I'm hoping for this month, including some wedding related, but also just lifestyle. And I changed all of my pictures to very aesthetic, kind of muted boho weddings. I've still got living my best life, and 2023 is my year here, but this one I have changed to Mrs. Hampton, which is what I will become by the end of this month. And I have quite a few important things to do in my important section. I did have finalized arbor on my February board, but it's still not done yet, so that really needs to get done. Same with florist, I haven't booked that yet, but I will definitely have to this month. We were going to create our own grazing board, but it just seems like a lot of stress and work for myself and my mum to do on the day. So I'm thinking of maybe hiring a local kind of company up here to just sort of set that up for us. And then school-wise, I will have some big things to do. So I've got my year 9 and 10 marking that I'll need to quickly punch out before we go on our honeymoon. And then even in the school holidays, once we get back from New Zealand, I'll have to quickly do my year 11 and 12 marking and my year 12 reports. So busy times. And then obviously I will need to leave my lessons for the 2 weeks I'm away, because I will be taking 2 weeks leave without pay off school, and then batch film and schedule my videos for that time that I'm gone as well. Now I'm going to put these bits away here and then head into my spare room to share with you my reading update. February was a good reading month. However, I do have some mixed reviews. So one of the first books I read was The Arrangement, and I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. I do like kind of the romance angle, and there also was a thriller element to it as well. So not a bad read. Then I had Open Road Summer, and I'm actually still reading this. I will punch it out to make sure I get it done before the end of February. But the reason why it's taking me so long, one, it was one of the last books on my list to read this month, but then also it's kind of just like a little bit slow and not that exciting. Like if I take the characters and kind of put them into real life people, it sort of reminds me of Taylor Swift, you know, one of the main characters being this cutesy goody two shoes country singer, and her best friend, we're going to have her be Demi Lovato, Reagan, and she's kind of this sort of bad girl photographer best friend who's going on tour with her. And then there comes in the love interest. Now I think the love interest is going to be one of the Jonas brothers. I'm not sure if I'm going to position it as Nick Jonas or it might be Joe Jonas, I think. Reagan, aka Demi, is our main character here. She's going on tour with Dee, aka Taylor, and then ends up having this love interest with Joe, aka Matt. All right, so I mean, I can like put it into real life characters, but it's kind of slow for me. I don't know. I'm just not vibing it too much. So at the moment, I'm rating it a 3.5, and even though I've still got a while to go, I don't think the rating is going to go up any further than that. Next, I've got Loveology, which was my Christian book, and it's mostly about marriage and God's plan for marriage in the Bible, but also about, you know, the relationship status leading up to marriage. I just found it very insightful, and I like to, you know, sort of have my Christian book as part of the mix and get that perspective. There were lots of biblical references and truths in there, so I found that particularly helpful, and I ended up rating that a 4.5. And then my last book for February was The Magnolia Story by Chip and Joanna Gaines. I really like them as a couple. I love their show Fixer Upper, and it's kind of all about their journey leading up to that. They've had lots of ups and downs, and through it all, they've just shown how the power of like hard work, believing in yourself, and stepping out in faith, even when like all the circumstances tell you not to, and when your fear can probably just get in the way, and how you can reap the benefits of that. And so I really liked it. I ended up giving that one a 4 out of 5. So now that we've done the review of my February books, I'm going to show you what I picked out for March. And I only picked 3 books this month because I figure I'm probably going to be quite busy and didn't want to put too much on my reading agenda. So my non-fiction of the month is How to Live Plastic Free, and it pretty much takes you through kind of the main parts of your day and how you are consuming plastic during that aspect of the day, e.g. breakfast, going to work, having lunch, coming home, like all of those main steps that we'd probably be involved in, how you can consuming plastic during those steps, whether you realize it or not, and small ways that you can make the change to reduce your plastic consumption. So I feel like this one's really important, and I'm always trying to learn more about sustainability and how I can be more sustainable and eco-conscious in my own life. Then I've picked out 2 fiction books. I picked out this one, The Perfect Marriage, obviously because I'm going to get married, but I'm kind of not hoping for these vibes during my wedding. It says, Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. At 33 years old, which is how old I am at the moment, she's a named partner in her firm and life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He's a struggling writer who has had little success in his career. He begins to tire of his and Sarah's relationship as she's constantly working. Out in the secluded woods at Adam and Sarah's second home, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kelly Summers. Then one morning, everything changes. Adam's arrested for Kelly's murder. She's been found stabbed to death in Adam and Sarah's second home. Sarah soon finds herself playing the defender for her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. Is Adam guilty or is he innocent? And this one actually kind of gives me the Arrangement vibes because very similar storyline is taking place there, although we're not getting it from sort of the wife's perspective, it's more the mistress or the sugar baby's perspective. So I love a good little romantic thriller. And then I picked this one, Loving Lizzie March, mostly because it has the word March in it, and this is the month we're going into. Folly, fashion, and failing in love. It says, life is not going to plan for failed fashion designer Lizzie March, and when she finds herself pregnant to super hot bad boy Jake Wheeler. Convinced he's the one, now all she has to do is make him realize that she is the one for him. But is it possible she's been looking for love in all the wrong places? Maybe everything she's ever wanted is right under her very own stilettos. So this one just seems kind of very cheesy and upbeat, and I like having sort of one of those easy reads to get through the month. And then I like balancing that with something maybe a little bit more sinister, and then also having my non-fiction element in there so that I can learn and grow as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my March reset routine. I have a good feeling that this is going to be a fantastic month for all of us. If you want to leave some of your March goals down below, we can sort of cheer each other on and hold each other accountable down in the comments. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. With that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, a great month ahead, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.